My name is Catherine Gillis. I have the pleasure of serving as Dean of the School of Nursing at University of California, San Francisco, and I want to welcome you to the 2021 celebration of our honors. In a year where we have had great awareness of challenges and all that has gone wrong, today is an opportunity for us to come together and elevate what has gone right. And we have quite a bit to celebrate. You have a program that has been shared with you in your invite to this meeting, and I invite you to pull that up and follow along as we chug through a list of an incredible set of members of our community, faculty, staff, students. And I think you will join us in feeling the cheery and uplifting messages that I hope you feel in just looking at the background screen, the background that we're using today in our Zoom calls. Our celebration reminds me that in a community like ours, where there is incredible talent and great unity of commitment to certain of our priorities, we have many people who contribute to successful efforts. In fact, there are few being honored today who wouldn't tell you that they required a whole team of people to accomplish what we will elevate. And for that reason, I call to your attention as we begin this ceremony, the fact that what we are honoring today, what we are recognizing, are things that we hold dear. We are recognizing, we are calling out our values and our commitments. We will recognize people, but please listen carefully for what we call out and recognize in those performances of our faculty, staff, and students. I am delighted that you could be with us today, and I'm going to move us right along to the first set of awards by introducing you to the chair of our Nursing Faculty Council, Dr. Kristen Hartnett. Kristen?
Thank you so much, Dean Gillis. It is such an honor and a delight to get to be part of this celebration and to have the pleasure of sharing with you some of the outstanding accomplishments of our amazing students. Before we celebrate our 7 student award winners, I wanted to begin by recognizing and celebrating each and every one of our students who move the field forward, who energize and invigorate our programs and make positive changes in our communities. You make the world a better place, and you make us proud every day. To open up our awards, we're going to begin with the Distinguished Dissertation Award in Nursing. This award recognizes a doctoral student dissertation that best exemplifies scholarship and innovation and best contributes to the discipline of nursing. This year's winner is Ariel Baria. Dr. Baria's dissertation is titled Long-Term Opioid Therapy in Veterans with Chronic Non-Cancer Pain. Dr. Baria drew on his clinical expertise in pain management and rehabilitation service for his dissertation work. His dissertation provides evidence on the effectiveness of long-term opioid therapy. Throughout his doctoral program and dissertation research activity, he presented rigorous intellectual efforts and a continuing quest for excellence. Congratulations, Dr. Baria. Next, I'm pleased to announce the winner of the Distinguished Dissertation Award in Sociology. This award recognizes the doctoral student whose dissertation exemplifies scholarship and innovation and best contributes to the discipline of sociology. This year's award goes to Rashawn Lane. Dr. Lane's dissertation is titled, We Are Here, Enduring Survivorship in the Aftermath, Community Trauma, Survivor Discourse and Advocacy, post the 2014-2016 West Africa Ebola outbreak. Dr. Lane's dissertation examines survivor health in the aftermath of the Ebola epidemic, the largest one ever recorded, which left approximately 15,000 Ebola survivors. After the epidemic, various forms of community trauma emerged for Ebola survivors in Sierra Leone, including stigma, inequities in resource allocation, and biomedicalization. Dr. Lane's research attends to the social structural aspects of survivor health long after public health and humanitarian interventions ceased, and centers survivor health as a social problem that requires social analyses and solutions. Congratulations to Dr. Lane. Next, it is my pleasure to announce the Anselm Strauss Special Award for Qualitative Dissertation. This award recognizes the doctoral student whose dissertation best exemplifies scholarship in qualitative research in the discipline of sociology. This year's winner is Chadwick Campbell. Dr. Campbell's dissertation is titled A Social, Structural, and Intersectional Analysis of HIV Status Disclosure Among Black, Gay, and Bisexual Men Living with HIV in the Deep South. Dr. Chadwick's dissertation takes a sociological approach to understanding the dynamics of HIV disclosure among Black, gay, and bisexual men living with HIV in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a group that accounts for the majority of new infections in the state of Louisiana. There's a culture of silence and shame around sexuality and HIV, yet HIV status disclosure is critical to reducing sexual transmission as well as garnering needed social support. Dr. Chadwick's research produces an analysis of HIV disclosure that places social and structural environment at the center, as opposed to the individual, and offers new avenues for research and intervention. Congratulations to Dr. Chadwick for this important work. Next, it's my pleasure to announce the Outstanding Master of Science Student Award. This award is presented to the student who best demonstrates leadership, scholarship, and expertise in their area of specialization, and the potential for significant contributions to nursing and scholarship. This year, we have two award winners, Dulce Santana Gonzalez and Biz McElmoyle. Dulce is a student in the Family Nurse Practitioner program who has demonstrated clinical excellence working with medically complex patients across the lifespan. Throughout her varied clinical experiences, from caring for incarcerated males to pediatric patients with type 1 diabetes, Dulce has demonstrated her ability to think quickly and provide compassionate, effective care for diverse patients. Dulce has a unique lived experience as a Mexican immigrant and a dreamer. She is passionate about advancing the health of vulnerable populations and eliminating healthcare disparities. Dulce's leadership skills, compassionate nature, and strong work ethic will be an invaluable asset to the field of nursing and any clinic she will serve in the future. Congratulations, Dulce. And thank you for bringing your canine supporter. Our second award winner, Biz, is a student in the Adult Gerontology Acute Care Nurse Practitioner program. Biz has worked in critical care for the past 5 years. In 2020 and 2021, she cared for critically ill patients with COVID-19, which required advanced clinical skills. One compelling example of her leadership was during the LNU and glass fires that engulfed Napa Valley. Biz was the charge nurse in the ICU and coordinated the evacuation of critically ill patients. For the glass fire, as an off-duty nurse, she took the initiative to drive to the hospital, where she was immediately designated to lead the evacuation effort on her unit and stayed until the very last patient was evacuated. Biz has demonstrated the intellectual curiosity, humility, and motivation necessary to be an outstanding hospitalist, advanced practice nurse. Congratulations to Dulce and Biz. Our next award is the Nursing Alumni Student Award for Meritorious Service. The UCSF Nursing Alumni Association honors graduating students who enrolled in the School of Nursing and made a significant contribution in service to the community. This year's winner is Janelle Silvis. Janelle is an exceptionally talented, enthusiastic, compassionate registered nurse who is dedicated to providing care to some of our most vulnerable populations. She has demonstrated this commitment through her work with the UCSF Street Nurses and New Street Nursing course, and during her clinical rotation and volunteer efforts with the COVID-19 response in Alameda County. Janelle is a natural leader and has actively accomplished all these efforts while successfully completing her adult gerontology primary care nurse practitioner program. Congratulations to Janelle. Last but not least, the Distinguished DNP Project Award honors an outstanding student whose translational project exemplifies a scholarly and innovative contribution to nursing, leadership, or practice change that benefits the profession, patients, and systems of healthcare. This year, the award goes to Julie Popo. Dr. Popo's project is titled Perceived Provider Knowledge and Self-Efficacy in Screening College Students for Food Insecurity. Her project focuses on understanding the scope of food insecurity in a student health center in Southern California Community College, where she practices as a nurse practitioner. She recognized that many opportunities to intervene were being lost because providers were uncomfortable discussing food insecurity with student patients. Her project will impact many nursing providers, will address food insecurity, and vastly improve the health and the lives of students in need. Congratulations, Dr. Popo. And again, I'll reiterate what an honor and pleasure it was to learn about the amazing work that you've been doing. And I want to thank you for all of it. And I just really, I'm so happy that to have you to make our world better. Thanks a lot to all of our student award winners.
Hi. I guess I will go ahead and move on to the next section. My name is Nanefwa Devi, and I'm a recent graduate of the DNP program. I am very pleased to announce the 2021 Mentor of the Year Award. This award is bestowed by graduates of the doctoral program in recognition of a faculty member's dedication, their support, and guidance. This year's award goes to Dr. Marianne Hallgren. Dr. Hallgren is recognized for her outstanding mentorship, her selfless dedication, and deep loyalty to the students, schools, and profession of nursing. It's very inspiring to all. Dr. Hallgren, it is such an honor to present this award to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Congrats.
Hi, my name is Sarah Golan, a candidate for the MS program in the pediatric specialty. I am very pleased to announce the 2021 Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is bestowed by graduates of the master's program in recognition of a faculty member's dedication, support, and instruction. This year's award goes to Victoria Keaton. Victoria is recognized for her excellence in teaching. Her hours of inspiration, gentle prodding, and enlightenment in support of students day in and day out is to be commended. Thank you for everything you've done for me and for all my classmates.
Hi, my name is Ray Wiest. I'm a second year FNP student in the MS program. And I'm pleased to announce the Emma Devoncourt Scholarship Award. This Trans Health Scholarship Fund was created in memory of Emma by her family and friends. The scholarship provides financial assistance for UCSF and UC Berkeley students who share Emma's commitment to improving the health and well-being of trans and gender nonconforming people. Each year, the scholarship will support one student on each campus who is working on trans health and wellness or other transgender-related areas in research or community work. The scholarship will help to ensure that Emma's legacy in health equity and trans health will continue at UCSF School of Nursing and UC Berkeley for years to come. This year's award goes to Whitney Bagby. He was chosen because of his drive and desire to serve vulnerable communities and to serve and improve the lives of those most disadvantaged by systems of injustice. As a mental health counselor, he has witnessed firsthand how people living with mental illness and substance use issues struggle to navigate a world that often stigmatizes their struggles. Whitney has personal experience dealing with barriers when trying to access medical and mental health care, and he knows that others from marginalized communities face some of those same barriers. From those experiences and through his work with the UCSF street nursing team and at the UCSF shelter clinic, he has seen the impact that a lack of housing, employment, and mental health treatment can have on marginalized communities, and he is driven to work with and for those communities. Congratulations, Whitney.
Hi, my name is Pam Balfay, and I'm a clinical professor in the MEPIN program, and I am honored to be able to award 2 scholarships to 2 MEPINs, this year's MEPINs. This award is officially called the Kate Walsh Award in Nursing. It's a MEPIN scholarship awarded to 1 to 2 recipients per year with a preference for students who have a focus on innovative patient care and reduction in error. Oh, of course, this applies to all MEPINs. There's no doubt about it. But 2 particular MEPINs bubbled up above the boil and really did a superior job in putting these concepts together in a paper. The award was created in honor of Kate Walsh, who received her master's in nursing from UCSF. Kate unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, but her husband created this award to honor her commitment to nursing and chose to offer it to a MEPIN who demonstrates that same commitment. I'm really pleased to be able to offer this scholarship to 2 recipients, Melissa M. Jafrida and Gal Harouche. Their final paper is a perfect example of student integration of clinical concepts, observation of use or non-use of evidence-based practice leadership, recommended protocols of care, the application of evidence-based practice in nursing and nursing leadership. This paper that they did in the advanced nursing course in MEPIN allowed them to do a deep dive into nursing practice standards, and each of them were just outstanding in how they demonstrated the effective nursing leadership and the ongoing education and support of the staff of the leadership to promote evidence-based practice. both Gal and Melissa demonstrate the excellence that MEPN represents. And we really appreciate the work that you do and the work that you will continue to do. Congratulations to Melissa and Gal, all of the MEPNs. We are all so proud of you. Yay!
Well, I return now halfway through our program as an even prouder dean than I was at the outset of our program. I think you can understand why we view this celebration as so important. Virtual though it is filled with hope and pride as we describe our accomplishments. The next set of awards are called the Community Impact Awards. This award was initiated last year to honor those members of our community who have made significant impact on advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion, values that we hold very dearly in our community. Last year's award was given to Karen Lopez Acero. This year, I am pleased to acknowledge 3 student members of our community who will be graduating this year. And the first is Ray Wiest. Ray, congratulations. I have personally illusion through their work on the Nursing Faculty Council. Ray, your commitment to representing your fellow students and acknowledging the challenges of representing the interests of a diverse community have distinguished you. You have shared the limelight with others, and this is only one of the many contributions that you have made while you've been a student here. Thank you for your contributions and congratulations. Our second recipient is Mayra Lizette Inigas. Mayra has carried, congratulations to you. Mayra has worked on a number of important DEI projects over the time that she's been a student here. But personally, I have witnessed her community to equality and inclusion through her diversity work honoring self-identified Black, Indigenous, and people of color within the student group. She has worked actively within the student government, and her commitment to representing her fellow students, acknowledging the challenges of representing the interests of a diverse community, as you have heard in relation to Ray, have also distinguished you. There are other contributions that you have made. We appreciate these, all of these, and have grown from being with you as a student while you've been at UCSF. Congratulations. Our third recipient is Melina Rapazzini. Melina, I've personally witnessed your commitment to equity and inclusion through your work in the Master's Program Council and the Associated Students of the School of Nursing, our student government. Your commitment to the Educator Reflection Toolkit, representing your fellow students and acknowledging the challenges of representing the interests of a diverse community have also distinguished you. We know this project, which has been so important to you, is a work of a larger group of students. We congratulate you, and we want to share the names of all of those, or many of those. There probably are some we didn't catch, who contributed to the Educator Toolkit. We particularly called out the members of the graduating class, but I want you to notice that this effort has included members of the class of 2019, 2020, 2021, and some who will graduate next year in 2022. Thanks to all of you for this important work. I'm now going to call forward Catherine Waters, the Associate Dean for Faculty and Academic Affairs. Catherine?
Thank you, Dean Gillis. Good afternoon. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost, that their loss is no disaster. This is the opening stanza of a poem, One Art, by Elizabeth Bishop. In this poem, she writes about the art of losing and what she has lost, but it really is about resilience and celebration despite loss. This has been quite a year and a half of loss of people, places, things, events, time. Our history is filled with the blueprint of resilience to deal with losses, and we couldn't do it without each other. On behalf of the Associate Dean for Academic Programs, Dr. Maureen Shannon, and the UCSF School of Nursing leadership team today, we honor and recognize you, our students, faculty, alumni, and health partners. As we continue to grow as a school, so does our commitment to you. You inspire us to innovate, redefine, and reimagine what is working and not working to make it better and more responsive to your needs. We couldn't do it without you. To our staff who work untiringly, often without sufficient recognition and compensation to meet the needs of our students, faculty, alumni, and partners, you are the mitochondria of the school. This event is possible because of you, and I want to express my profound appreciation of you because we couldn't do it without you. Like students around the globe, you, our precious students, have been tested repeatedly over the past year and a half. This pandemic reminded us that life is fragile and how easy it is to enter a cycle of despair. And as a society, we need to be aware of and prepare for both. And on behalf of the faculty, it has been our privilege to teach you and to be challenged by you to stretch our ideals. You gave us courage to leap at new challenges. You taught us that this is not a time for being inflexible, intolerant, and prejudicial, but it is a time to listen with respect, even when we disagree, to inject grace and to allow for mistakes, a time to come together to problem solve with free exchange of ideas, not a time to escalate and divide because of our differences and existing hierarchies. We couldn't have done that without you. As you close one chapter and begin a new chapter of your life, proceed with hope, light, and renewal. And to the hardest working faculty that I know, and I may be a little biased, we couldn't do it without you. To maintain excellence and commitment to our students, you transformed curricula, you enhanced existing technologies, you learned new technologies, guided by creative pedagogy so that our students could continue receiving a world first class education. And many of you did this while quickly becoming K-12 teachers who homeschooled your children, your grandchildren, and other people's children. You continued your scientific discoveries to advance nursing's knowledge, evidence-based practice, and leadership in systems thinking. You did all of this with a smile on your face for the most part. All the untidy activity continues, awful but cheerful. As our students move onward and upward, some of our faculty and staff are retiring. Some will have new beginnings at other places. I wish you well. You will be missed, and let us know how you're doing from time to time. And know that we couldn't have done it without you. The last stanza of Elizabeth Bishop's poem, One Art, ends with, it's evident the art of losing is not too hard to master, though it may look like disaster. She reminds us it's okay not to be okay. And despite challenging circumstances, it's okay to prioritize peace amid the storms of life. So from my warm heart and caring hands, cheers. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Mi-Jung Park, who will present the Faculty Excellence Awards bestowed by faculty in recognition of faculty contributions.
UCSF School of Nursing Teaching Awards are given yearly to recognize and celebrate UCSF School of Nursing faculty members who made outstanding contribution to the school's educational mission. Each award amplifies excellence in teaching in the following 4 areas: creating supportive learning environment, clinical mentoring, research mentoring, and educational and curricular innovation. On behalf of Faculty Council and the Awards Committee, it is my distinctive honor and joy to present this year's awardees. The Excellence in Clinical Mentoring Awards recognize faculty contribution to the student clinical learning by providing opportunities for clinical learning experiences appropriate to each student's learning needs, giving constructive feedback on all aspects of practice, developing an appropriate remediation plan for students with clinical difficulties, assisting students in developing clinical thinking skills appropriate to their practice level, and/or serving as outstanding professional role models for students. This year's award goes to Kate Melino, Assistant Clinical Professor in the Department of Community Healthcare Nursing. Her peers nominated Professor Melino and recognized her as a true clinical educator. Since joining the school, she has brought a clinical lens of justice, parity, humility, and compassion to her clinical teaching, classroom teaching, and faculty mentorship and program leadership. Professor Melino's ability as a clinical educator shines when helping struggling students in either classroom or clinical environment. One of her current students reports, Kate's mentorship has been instrumental in helping me become more confident and prepared for independent practice in the field. Congratulations, Professor Melino.
Thank you so much, Mi-Jung. Hi, everyone. And thank you so much to my colleagues for this nomination and my mentee for these kind words. For me, teaching and mentoring our students along their journey is such a joy and a privilege. And how could it not be? Look at how amazing they all are. It's such a privilege to have a job that you love and that has meaning for you. And I'm so grateful to have found that here at UCSF with our students. So it is a huge honor to receive this award. And thank you again.
Excellence in Research Mentoring Awards celebrate faculty's contribution to research development of students across programs in the school by providing consistent and substantial attention to each student's research skills and professional role development, providing students opportunity for variety of research experiences, demonstrating excellence in mentoring students' research project, and/or creating opportunities for and mentorship skills required for an independent research career. This year's award goes to Stella Bialus, Professor in the Social and Behavioral Sciences. Since 2019, Professor Bialus mentored formally and informally 25 students within and across UCSF. Stella fuels students' interest in research and scholarship. Her fashion and passion for subject matters radiates, and she is an inspiration to work and learn from, her students said. Stella's success in research mentorship is made possible by her devoted attention and energy to developing her students' ideas, skills, and professional development. One of her students described Stella's research advising style as always fostering a very growth mindset-oriented learning environment. Congratulations, Professor Bialus.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to my colleagues who nominated me. This is, when I first heard, my head exploded a little because I'm like, how can I get an award for something that is so much fun? It just doesn't feel right. But I also want to thank the students, not only those that wrote nice things about me, but actually found nice things to say about me. That was very nice of them too. But for always being such stimulating, I just love it. It's just, keep us going, keep us alive. I love the exchange. So I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to continue to work with all the students. Thank you.
The excellence of creating a supportive learning environment, honor faculty contribution and dedication to creating an environment, virtual or face-to-face, in which the student feels safe to move beyond their intellectual comfort zone and take intellectual risks, providing help and support for students facing challenges and supporting diversity and learning styles, and facilitating respectful dialogues and scholarly exchange between students. This year's award goes to Michelle Ramirez McLaughlin, an associate clinical professor in the Department of Family Healthcare Nursing. Her peers nominated her to recognize that Professor Ramirez McLaughlin consistently prioritized the need for students. She has been fully committed to developing a safe space that allows learners to succeed as a student and grow as a future healthcare providers. In 2020, Michelle developed a lab curriculum that accommodates unique challenges students facing during COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to teaching multiple courses each quarter, Michelle mentored 8 FNP students. She meets quarterly with her first-year students to ensure their transition into program is smooth and to identify any barriers to success. Her supports second-year students in their comprehensive exam, including writing and supporting transition into the role as an independent nurse practitioners. This individual and group support is valued by the students and help lead to their success in clinician. Congratulations, Professor Ramirez McLaughlin.
Hi, everyone. I'm so honored and overjoyed to be receiving this award. I really wish I could be there with you live today. My teaching approach has always been to view students as future colleagues and partners and to really make everyone feel like they belong here at UCSF, because they truly do. Our students are so amazing. This has been an incredibly challenging year, as we all know, with the majority of our courses going remote. It's been especially hard to connect with students and foster that supporting learning environment. So to be getting this award this year is just really extra special to me. And I thank you so much for the recognition. And I also want to give a big, huge shout out to all my colleagues in the Family Healthcare Nursing Department for all the work that you do and all the support that you've given me this year. I really couldn't have done it without you. So thank you again. And thank you everyone for all the work that you do to make UCSF a great place to learn.
There's a little bit of lag. Finally, the Excellence in Educational or Curricular Innovation Award recognizes faculty impact on developing innovative evidence-based course materials, creating meaningful student assignments, designing courses or programs that are innovative in meeting the needs of unique specialty areas or the roles. and or advancing understanding of diversity issues in sensitive and meaningful way. This year's award goes to Astrid Block, Assistant Clinical Professor in the Department of Physiological Nursing. Her peers nominated Astrid for the exceptional contribution for leading the development of curriculum around palliative care for specialty program, as well as a school-wide palliative concentration. Her curricular activity included adopting a standardized patient activity from being in person to distance learning format. Her curricular innovation was so successful, her work laid the groundwork for the Canbar Center staff to support similar teaching activities. Congratulations, Professor Block.
Thank you, Minjung. Thank you to my peers for nominating me. I'm touched and honored to be chosen for this award. There are certainly so many faculty who demonstrated tremendous creativity in teaching and innovative curricula during this year. I could not have executed my curricular changes without the financial and moral support of our department chair, Janine Pateldo, as well as the support of my fellow AGCNS faculty, Linda Mackin, Laura Key, and Carol Veely. But most of all, I would like to thank the students who participated in the initial workshop and gave very generously of their time and their energy and provided valuable feedback, not just to me, but also to the staff and actors at the Canbar Center. We were all so challenged during this year, and it was just amazing to work with students who were excited about the material and eager to try new things. So thank you.
Thank you again for all of the awardees for this year. And I am very honored to be served as a subcommittee and enjoy to read all of the letters that your colleagues write to heart. It was so moving. So it was just joy and privilege just reading those letters. So.
Well, thank you very much for the whole series of wonderful awards that we've received so far. My name is Jenny Chin Hansen, and I am the president of the Alumni Association. I don't know if people realize that, but there are over 10,000 of us who have graduated from the School of Nursing. So we are here and everywhere. And I also just feel rather fortunate that as I come to you today in the opportunity to talk about two incredible awardees, I come to you actually as a 50-year anniversary graduate of UCSF. So I'm very happy to have a chance to be with you to bring before you two remarkable alumni. So the first award is called the Alumni Achievement Award for Philanthropic Impact. And this award is given by the Alumni Association of UCSF, and they named 7 winners this particular year. This award honors alumni across UCSF's 4 schools, as well as the graduate division, for extraordinary contributions to clinical practice, research, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, service, and mentorship. And also, it does have an award for early career success. The School of Nursing's very own Marilyn P. Chow, who did her bachelor's here in 1970, her master's in 72, and received her PhD in 1982. She has this year received the Alumni Philanthropic Impact Award. This award honors an alum who has made UCSF a philanthropic priority and whose gift has made a significant impact on the university's ability to improve and advance education, research, and/or healthcare. Marilyn Chow is a longtime philanthropic supporter of UCSF. In addition to the gift that she has made this year. She has made several contributions actually to the nursing profession. She is a pioneer in the preparation of the pediatric nurse practitioner. She co-authored the Handbook of Pediatric Primary Care and co-investigated a groundbreaking national time and motion study that documented how medical surgical nurses spent their time. And this was a very significant piece relative to, I think, Maryland, including all the miles that nurses traveled in a given shift. I've had the luxury and benefit of working with Marilyn when she was the director of the Robert Wood Johnson Executive Nurse Fellows Program for well over a decade. And we have nurse leaders now all over the country, thanks to her leadership that she provided. And I want to say, Marilyn, it's incredible to know that you have created an endowment for the school and the students of our future. This particular endowment is so in line with what Maryland does. This is about imagining, innovating, and creating. So the fund, the endowment fund is called the Marilyn P. Chow Imagine Fund Endowment. So Marilyn, I want to turn this to you to say a few words. And again, we applaud you for your incredible career, but on top of that, the dedication you've had to UCSF, its School of Nursing, and now to create an endowment. Marilyn Chow.
Well, thank you very much, Jenny. It truly is an honor to receive the Alumni Philanthropic Impact Award for the establishment of, as you just mentioned, Jenny, the Imagine Fund. The Imagine Fund is an investment in the future, and it's a challenge to imagine possibilities for transforming clinical practice, education, and healthcare globally. It is about innovation and leadership. And my hope is that more alumni are inspired to give back to UCSF and the School of Nursing. Thank you to UCSF for this incredible honor.
Thank you, Marilyn, and we certainly want to thank you and applaud you for your incredible leadership as well as your generosity and our commitment to the school's future. Next, I have the honor to introduce the Jane Norbeck Distinguished Service Award. And this has honored graduates of the UCSF School of Nursing for having made significant contributions to their profession. These remarkable alumni have demonstrated service and/or leadership that has contributed to the growth and development of the UCSF School of Nursing and/or the profession. And for this particular award, I am delighted to have a chance to recognize Dr. Suzanne Bakken. And she comes to us with a background, of course, Dr. Bakken, not only of the School of Nursing, which was, I think, after you finished your degree, you were able to be here from beginning in 1992 and teaching students for a number of years before you went to Columbia. So Dr. Bakken is the leading nurse researcher and major thought leader at the intersection of informatics, evidence-based nursing, and underserved population. Quite a triple crown here, Dr. Bakken. Her research has actually provided major leadership to the American Medical Informatics Association. Thus, her contributions to the profession have extended into the multidisciplinary field of informatics, where her leadership has been profound. She also has received a number of other awards from the School of Nursing over the course of time. And in addition to that, she has been able to have a CV that extends Dr. Bakken. When I printed it out, I think there were well over thousands of publications and conferences that you have headed during this time. We wanted to really note that you have been a leader of nursing, of course, but also in medical informatics. It has actually led you to receive the election as a member of the National Academy of Medicine, which was formerly, of course, the Institute of Medicine, a policy and research group that informs education, practice, and research at the national level. So I know that you've been responsible for training a number of PhD students and other students in this particular field. And we know that we've been fortunate to have you at UCSF, but now you help lead the way at Columbia. So again, we are so appreciative of all that you've done so far and know that you continue to do this. And given the year that we've talked about, that from technology to underserved populations, you know, you definitely are in that sweet spot and elevating the role of nursing in this process. So with that, we applaud you and thank you for your leadership and love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to receive this distinguished Alumni Award for service. And I feel like a newcomer here because unlike Jenny and Marilyn, my oldest UCSF degree is only 41 years. And my doctorate is 31 years for UCSF. I'd like very much to thank my nominators, Dean Catherine Gillis, who was a baby faculty member when I was in the PhD program, Sally Rankin, who was in the doctoral cohort ahead of me, and my mentor and lifelong friend, Bill Holzheimer. So I appreciate that very much. The award is special for many reasons, but I think about it first because it's focused on service, which has been a very important part of my career. And secondly, because it's named after Jane. And I want to just recall two instances. I first met her when I sat next to her at the doctoral orientation lunch. And I told her I was going to combine my interests in critical care nursing and computers. She didn't say anything negative, but in my mind, I just thought she was thinking, who let her in here? The other meal I remember very much with Jane, and she was my first dean as a faculty member, and it was a retirement dinner. And she had many accomplishments during her deanship, but what she absolutely cared about and lit up about was when her contributions to diversity, equity, and inclusion were enumerated. So she was clearly decades ahead of her time and was such an important inspiration to me. As I think about it now, particularly from my perspective, making sure that informatics processes and informatics technologies are being used to advance health equity and not to make health disparities even worse. And I do that both through my research, but also through my role as being the editor-in-chief of the Journal of the American Medical Informatics Association. So I'm so proud to have had my degrees from UCSF, and for you students winning awards, some winning your student awards this year, someday this will be you too, being able to receive an alumni award. So thank you for the great honor. It's my great pleasure to be with you this evening.
My name is Andrea Custer, and I'm here to introduce the recipients of the Helen Martin Award. Helen Martin, RN, MS, FNP, was a passionate patient advocate, devoted preceptor, and skilled leader. Helen served as an assistant clinical professor, volunteer in the Department of Family Healthcare Nursing, and she was the clinical director at Valencia Health Services, a school of nursing pediatric practice in the Mission neighborhood of San Francisco. The UCSF School of Nursing community celebrates the legacy of Helen Martin as a leader in faculty practice and has established an award in her name to recognize the achievements of our outstanding preceptors affiliated with the school. And this year, the Helen Martin Award goes to two people. The first awardee today is Mark Thomas, PNP at Kiwi Pediatrics, who was nominated by Trisha Srivastava, Jacqueline Shadman, Luke Emerdello, and Nina Walawanja. Here's some of what they said. Mark so fully embodies the spirit of nursing, always leading with empathy and real attention to patients' needs, providing quality health information in a way that's relevant for families, and demonstrating a truly inspiring dedication to children's well-being. It's been especially meaningful for me to see another man provide such a strong example of the open-hearted caring that's so central to pediatrics, primary care, and the nurse practitioner role. Beyond demonstrating the clinical acumen and humanity that all providers should aim for, Mark brings a buoyant humor and uncomplex transparency. These traits make him incredibly patient-centered and help boot the paternalistic model of healthcare and teaching. Mark is the epitome of a brilliant preceptor, extremely dedicated, compassionate, and caring. Congratulations, Mark.
Hey, thank you so much, everybody. I just want to say, when I was a nurse practitioner student myself, I was so shaped and inspired by some incredible preceptors, and it was always my dream to be able to be that person, to have the knowledge and experience to provide that to other students. And so thank you, Trisha. We're in clinic right now, and Luke and Jackie and Nina, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and the School of Nursing for providing me with this honor. Thank you so much.
All right, the Helen Martin Award also goes to Christine Kelly, FNP at UCSF Lakeshore Family Medicine. Christine was nominated by FNP student Katrin Lim, and Katrin said, "Patients glow about how lucky they are to have Christine care for them over the years. She remembers each person's life celebrations, stressors, and even their dogs' names. Christine cares for many patients from the underserved Asian immigrant community. What has recently stood out to me was the detailed care she takes to acknowledge the difficulties her Asian patients are experiencing as of late in relation to violent and hateful acts on Asians in the Bay Area. The connections she makes make all the difference in patients who feel misunderstood or mistrust the medical system. As a second-generation immigrant and an Asian American NP student, it means a lot to learn from an Asian NP who understands our culture. I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to learn from someone who's passionate about educating the next generation of NPs and diversifying the nursing field. Congratulations, Christine."
Oh, thank you so much. That was such a nice passage, Katrin. Thank you to Katrin Lim. And I'm truly honored to receive the Helen Martin Award along with Mark Thomas. I love precepting nurse practitioner students and helping them grow as clinicians. And I am constantly learning from my students and also from their questions, and then together looking up the answers to their questions. Because of the great opportunities I had in my own graduate program and then working here at UCSF, I felt like it was the right thing to do. And I'm so happy to give back to provide similar opportunities to new learners. And it is truly a real privilege to help train our future healthcare providers who will become our future colleagues. Thank you so much for this honor.
Good afternoon. My name is Julian Chen. I'm the chair for the Department of Family Healthcare Nursing. It is my pleasure to congratulate all the students, faculty, and staff on completing 2021. So we have decided to give award to all the faculty and staff at the Family Healthcare Nursing. The award for Beyond the Call of Duty goes to FNP faculty. The exceptional problem solving in taking into the remote platform goes to PMP. As of initiative goes to acute care pediatric MP and NMP. Team impacts goes to Nurse Midwifery program. Solid bookend goes to faculty teaching in MEPN, DMP, and PhD. And Team Awesome goes to all the staff at Department of Family Healthcare Nursing. As the department chair, I am privileged to work with an exceptional, wonderful team of faculty and staff. As you can see on the name, we are the family together, enjoying teaching, doing research, and promoting health equality. Thank you all.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janet Shim, and I am the chair of the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences. I want to express my appreciation first to the students and trainees for keeping us accountable, for trusting us to share how we might do and be better, and to working with us to make that happen. You started reading groups, you engaged in conversations about the purpose of our scholarship and the mission of our institution, and you keep pressing for change. Second, to our staff for keeping the wheels on the wagon, for all of the myriad ways in which you lighten the load for students and faculty and for each other, and for working so hard to stay positive and adaptable. And finally, to our faculty, for all of your efforts to keep research going and to keep your teams whole, to keep the classroom spark bright even through a screen, and for being stalwart champions for social equity in big ways and small within our own institution and in your own communities. I am profoundly grateful for and proud of SBS for keeping the faith and staying steady, for showing up, for staying engaged, and for taking care of each other. Thank you for all and everything you do.
Hi, I'm Wendy Max. I'm the director of the Institute for Health and Aging. It has been quite a year. Every day I think about how lucky I am to work with such a wonderful group of colleagues at IHA. There have been many accomplishments of IHA faculty and staff during this pandemic when we were all working from home. We moved. In the middle of this pandemic, we packed up our home of about 20 years and moved across town to a new building at the Mission Bay campus. And we look forward to the day when we can actually work in that building. I think most of us have gone by to see it, and we're all very excited. It's going to be a great place to work with our colleagues from SBS also. We volunteered to help with the COVID vaccination effort, despite the fact that we're a group of social scientists. We're not clinicians, but I know a number of our faculty and maybe some of our staff as well volunteered to help with the vaccination effort. We continued with our research, in some cases having to pivot from what we planned to do to something that could be accomplished during a pandemic, but we kept the work moving forward and the papers going and the proposals coming in. And we remained engaged, attending faculty staff meetings, volunteering for committees, for service to the campus and the school, and to IHA, and also participating in many other programs and activities. And now I'd like to present a special award from IHA and SBS. This is the Spirit of Hope Award for Most Unflappable and Even-Keeled in the Midst of Constant Change. The winner of this award has proven herself to be unflappable. Nothing phases her. She always does what's asked of her, even if it's something new. She handles it all with grace. She's even-keeled. Whatever challenges she has faced during these times, during frequent changes, things seeming to change on a daily basis. And she's in a new role that she's assumed at IHA and SBS with the usual challenges that are always faced by organizations such as ours. She remained calm and even-keeled. She combines the virtues of being unflappable and even-keeled. So Janet and I are delighted to present the inaugural Spirit of Hope Award for Most Flappable and Even-Keeled in the Midst of Constant Change to, the winner is Cynthia Mercado Scott. And we thank you, Cynthia, for all that you have done for us. We couldn't have done it without you. Congratulations. Hey, Cynthia.
Thank you so much, Wendy. It's such an honor.
It's a great surprise. And thank you all to the entire SON group. Thanks, Wendy and Janet, for your continued support. It's a pleasure, and I am so honored. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. My internet is a little funky. I want to echo everything that everyone else has said. And on this slide, I put a few of the things that we accomplished this year, but listening to everybody's word, we kept it moving forward and we initiated a lot of new things in the department. I really want to acknowledge the staff. I want to mention Linda Wu and give her an honorable mention for keeping the calm during all of this. And I would just, the other pieces that we have listed here, standing up the occupational health services at UCSF when COVID hit, and our faculty were in the lead of that, starting this new multi-campus postmasters online program, switching to UCSF to UC Path, and a bunch of other things. We have one award for our department, which is, it's like, let's see if I can go there. Is for really someone who is unflappable, and that is to Yolanda Abrea. And I just wanted to say thank you to Yolanda. We gave her an award for a career well done, and she's retiring this year, and we really wanted to acknowledge Yolanda with an award. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Schumacher, the interim chair of the Department of Physiological Nursing. And I want to say first what a privilege it is to be serving as interim chair for the past several months. And I want to acknowledge the leadership of Janine Cataldo, who preceded me and launched us. So her leadership launched us so well into the work that we're doing today. We have 2 awards for the Department of Physiological Nursing. The first is called the Eyes on the Future Award. Despite all of the challenges of the past year, faculty and staff have engaged in a process of envisioning our future of the department. So to the department, let me say, you have devoted time, energy, and excellent ideas as we envision our future. And this was not easy to do when the present demanded so much. Thank you all for your commitment to the future. Our second award is called the Above and Beyond Award. The Above and Beyond Award goes to each and every member of the Department of Physiological Nursing, more than 60 individuals strong. Each of you has gone above and beyond this year, every day in every way, large and small. Each of you have inspired us to be our best. You have lifted us up, kept us going, and given us hope. Thank you to each person for going above and beyond, and thank you for inspiring us all. And thank you for an inspiring awards ceremony this afternoon. It has been wonderful, and congratulations to all of the award recipients.
Hi, I'm Dave Ryan. I am the Associate Dean for Administration and Finance here in the School of Nursing, and it's my pleasure to present the award for the School of Nursing Dean's Office. During this difficult year, so many groups have risen to the occasion within communications, within clinical placement, within student services, even within facilities. But one employee just really exemplifies the best of all of us, and that's Xin Wang. Xin Wang diligently made sure that the entire school could participate in remote learning. And for that, I'd like to present Xin with the award as our COVID hero in the School of Nursing Dean's Office. Congratulations.
Well, thanks to all of you for giving us celebration material, and thanks to all of you who presented our award winners. As I close our joyful ceremony today, I want to acknowledge that next week, the campus will be giving out awards, and those distinctions are rare, important, quite public. And this year, of 3 awards that will be given, 2 of our faculty members will be receiving those awards. Again, I'm scooping next week, but I want you to know that Andrew Penn is receiving a Distinction in Teaching Award, and our own Julene Johnson is receiving a Distinction in Mentoring Award. We are very proud of them, as we are proud and happy with all of you. As has been said many times today, this was a year of great challenge. And because of you and your commitment to our mission and to one another, we have managed to lumber through with some fun times and some sad times. I appreciate Catherine's acknowledgement that there's been quite a bit of loss this year. And the loss of opportunity is an important acknowledgement in Catherine's words. We wish we could be together. We have done the best that we could under the circumstances for the celebration today. And I particularly would like to thank the staff members who made it possible for us to come together today. Tony Burrell, Crystal Hunt, Xin Wang, and Catherine Tam among them. Thanks to all of you, and all of you who are our unsung heroes today. Go forth appreciating that you have been appreciated, and appreciate one another. Thanks very much, and we'll see you soon in person, I hope.